Long ago, a king was gifted 2 baby eagles. These eagles were of a rare and magnificent breed, unlike any the king had seen before. Pleased with the gift, the king hired an experienced caretaker to look after them. As time passed, the eagles grew into impressive creatures, even more majestic than when they first arrived. One day, the king asked the caretaker to signal the eagles to fly, as he wanted to witness their strength in the sky. The caretaker did as instructed, and both eagles responded. However, while one eagle soared high, touching the heavens, the other barely took flight and quickly returned to the same branch it had been perched on before. Puzzled by this, the king asked the caretaker why one eagle flew so brilliantly while the other refused to leave its branch. The caretaker explained that this had been an issue from the start. No matter what they tried, the second eagle wouldn't leave the branch. The king, deeply fond of both eagles, longed to see the second one fly as high as its companion. Determined to solve the problem, he issued a proclamation throughout the kingdom. Anyone who could make the eagle fly would be rewarded with great riches. Many scholars and experts tried to make the eagle soar, using their vast knowledge and techniques, but none succeeded. Weeks passed, and the king began to lose hope. The eagle continued to fly only for short moments before returning to its branch. Then, one day, something miraculous happened. The king looked up and saw both eagles flying high in the sky. Astonished, he immediately summoned the caretaker, who confirmed that indeed the second eagle was now flying just as high as the first. A man from the kingdom had succeeded where everyone else had failed. Eager to meet the man, the king ordered that he be brought to the palace. The next day, a humble farmer stood before the king. After offering the promised reward, the king asked, "How did you manage what so many great minds could not?" The farmer replied, "Your Highness, I am but a simple man with no special knowledge. All I did was cut down the branch the eagle was sitting on. With no branch to return to, it had no choice but to fly. And it did." The king realized the profound lesson behind the farmer's simple action. The eagles represent us, humans. Each of us holds immense potential, like those majestic birds. But sometimes we're like that second eagle, stuck on our own comfortable branches. The farmer's action symbolizes the power of change and the courage to step outside of our comfort zones. The farmer didn't have scholarly wisdom or advanced tools. All he did was remove what was holding the eagle back. In our lives, the branch might be our comfort zones, those familiar but limiting places. True growth, like the eagle soaring to great heights, happens when we push ourselves beyond what feels safe. The lesson is clear. If we want to achieve new heights, we must be willing to cut away the branches that hold us down. These branches might be old habits, fears, or doubts, but by letting go, we open ourselves up to limitless possibilities. Just as the eagle soared majestically once its branch was gone, we too can achieve great things when we free ourselves from what limits us. This story reminds us that sometimes the simplest actions can lead to the most remarkable transformations.